Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Renee Mera. Today, I'll be talking to my guest on pain management. And joining me to talk about pain management using Siddha medicine and modern medicine is Dr. Shan Lakshmanan. Dr. Lakshmanan is a biophysicist from Rutgers University and Vice Chancellor of Multiverse University. Now, your own transformative journey is an inspiration because you have not used modern medicine for the last 30 years. You've been only using Siddha medicine. So share that journey.
When I was young, I had naturally, we were born in a place that, everything was natural. Suppose you get a wound on your leg, there was a datura, there is another bath leaf they call bath ele, So there is a bath ele, we call it in our local. So that time I didn't know this. These are like, the umatam is datura is another thing like datura. I didn't know that was a medicine and all. But that time, whatever is available, I use that very without even knowing they are, traditional knowledge. This is a medicine that is, very well known, etc. We just use that. We lived that life, right? But when we were using modern medicines because modern medicine, the advertisement, we have to go to a doctor, all these things came up.
Your wife was a medical doctor.
Yeah. My wife practices a pediatrician. She is practicing modern medicine. But, but what we found, right, when we came to this country, that's when I understood the importance of ancient medicine because all these things that they were derived from our ancient thing. But here there are very many side effects of the way it is processed, etc. So in our ancient knowledge, the processing steps are described very cleanly how to do a process particularly. So it's more of a energy medicine. But more than that, instead of just taking the chemical form of medicine, there is in ancient science also there are many chemical medicine, rasayanas, all those things. There are alchemy is like completely there. They have advanced method of alchemy. Alchemy can be used for advanced things, but without going for alchemy, I'm talking about more preventive medicine. I've been using the preventive things, including the different kind of meditations that I do and different kind of exercises I do like the Varma. There is a Varma exercise. Before even yoga and all came, we copied many things from the animals. So first form of like the Adimura exercises, what we call, those exercises are there. So these exercises, they do stimulate the Varma points. So that's how yoga and it's a beautiful concept because people are doing so much of things around the world in yoga. But if you know like who needs what, this body type, what is needed, which season, what is needed, those kind of things, and which this problem, what kind of yoga, if you have this problem, you don't have to do the entire yoga and you suffer. That's not going to help you.
It has to be personalized.
Concentrate on particular thing. So that's how I was. I had trained with several. I had several yogis, masters, who lived like really lifetime. I've been there in silence for a number of days, and then now I had created a lot of masters in different yoga systems and Kundalini and other things. So all this integrated system only helped Dr. Renee. So I cannot say that one thing just helps. So all this integrated system put together, the kind of health from health culinary science, what we use, as a food as a medicine, all this 360-degree thing helped me because now I am in a position where I can say you don't need medicine till the end of my life. If something happens, if somebody can stimulate me, I can wake up. If they cannot, I may be in an hospital. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the time when I can say that, okay, hospital will take care of anything. I'm not ready to even go to a normal hospital, but for other purposes, for traveling and keeping our, insurance and other purposes, we may have, a annual checkup. But so far, I haven't, used any medicine, even the annual checkup and other things. Even if I go to a dental practice, I know what to use there, what all the things that I tell them, I haven't used even the paste that they're giving, I don't take those paste, the pomace, they use for, cleaning up. That's a natural material. If I tell them in upfront that you don't keep me any like the version that will have some colors and other chemicals, right? So they keep me that clean. I don't use Listerine or anything. I tell them replace with water, otherwise I'll bring my own solution, so this is the condition even with modern medicine, like with, because we are in a world where we have to use certain things in a certain way for some other purpose, logistic purpose. So to that extent, I am very much using that, and we minimize. Even my children and my family, my wife also, she started to recommend these to the parents. Instead of giving just the medicines, they tell, okay, you try this. And for people who listen, and you can try this particular recipe, it might work out. In addition to, if it doesn't work out, you can use this medicine, so integrated approach is what would be the first step. And without medicine, in order to go to without medicine, you need a very strong mind. See, I can, the pain, like the threshold that we have, all these things, I have, I can fortunately say that it's a gift from the consciousness. My parents gifted this physical body, and my job is to give this to others and people who can practice this.
You have created this course for pain management, and especially designed for people who have acute or chronic pain. Tell us about this course, the modules, how effective they have been so far with your students.
So in this course, it's a very short course, so people can benefit, and we made it affordable for everyone, so that throughout the world, if somebody is in India, Africa, anywhere, they can make use of it. So I used to sell a very high price, very advanced course. So at one point, right? Then I thought, only who will benefit if they're paying and getting, but that the intensity of that work is so much that I created the course. It took me like so many years to develop that. But then I thought, what, people should benefit. Everybody should benefit. It's not that, even if it's valuable, it should be used by common man, right? So we created this course of pain management, very simple, within this is a 1 month, like it's a 7-8 hours course, right? You can look at it, all the syllabus I can share in the thing. So it's very simple that the people can take anywhere in the world, and I will train them to become expert, to really maintain their pain. Like it could be any pain. And, musculoskeletal is a very important pain. A lot of people suffer from like back pain, neck pain and all. I have like almost 95% solution for musculoskeletal. There is nothing, you can come out of that. Headache, migraines, these all are easy from an ancient perspective. Very easy things. Complicated if you have a cancer, you're suffering, you have a pain. For those things, you have to whatever, continue whatever you're doing, right? But I'll give you a solution that will at least keep you away from the pain. You can be relaxed. Then you can make decisions, slowly add medicine, other medicines with, if you want to add additional Siddha, Ayurvedic, treatment protocol, that's all fine. But this, what I'm talking about, is exclusively for managing your pain and coming out of the pain. That's the whole idea of this, right? So this is effective healing practices. So, and this is like a 2 days, Tuesdays and Fridays, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. It'll be an ongoing, like we are doing every month, to train at least 1 million people on this. So this is the course highlights. There are 7 hours of live sessions, guided practice for hands-on experience, interactive group question and answers, one group coaching session with personalized recommendation, comprehensive PDF learning material, access to session recording for 90 days, monthly group meditation and satsang with the facilitator, and 1 year access to community webinars on health and wellness. Right. So this is ideal for the health seekers and health practitioners, other alternative practitioners.
What are the timings for the course?
So here is the timing. So EST, this we are talking about EST.
Yeah.
So in Eastern Standard Time, this is one batch now starting in 28th January. So we'll keep it Tuesdays and Fridays 8:30 p.m. to 9:40 p.m. So we 30 p.m. So we made this so that at least many of the countries can get benefited. So this time we picked that. Okay. So the course week one foundations of and musculoskeletal issues will so 2 hours will go on that. Week 2 gut and hormonal balance. Week 3 there are also marmapoints, psychological other things that we use integrated marma approaches, psychological well-being. Right, you have a particular problem, for example, you have a insomnia problem, you don't sleep well every day, you have a problem, then there are marma points to stimulate that, right? And then week 4 integration of ancient. These are things that I'm talking about would be about like when you are in a hospital, what do you do? So you're in ICU. So you're in ICU, but still you have access. You have your parent in the ICU, right? You're sitting next to them. Only you can touch their feet, do something, not any other food or anything. What do you do that time to stimulate? So these are the things that I'll be covering in this session. So it's a lot of things, within that age. It's a very intensive course, even though it's a very short time, like 8 hours.
Those are hesitant to use Varma treatment, the pressure points, the energy points. What would be your answer to that?
Well, I would say that, you're every day, you're scratching your hand. There are many, you're doing many things that directly when you're taking bath, you rub your. So there are many things happening every day. So by touching your skin, or that's nothing harm in doing that. It is just that they need some acceptance, and they should also come out of their ego that that they have understood everything through learning, modern science or anything. This is all wrong information. Either they don't have the people who don't take this, probably they learned a lot of modern science, that mainstream education system, and they think that they know everything, and that they should come out of that ego that they know everything. If they know everything, then I would say, like, I can take a challenge. So I will bring some patient and I will do healing on them within, in front of them. And I show that I can wake them up, or if they are having a frozen shoulder, I'll wake them up. You tell me how this science worked. This is the truth. Let everybody see in the world, right? So if you can tell me how you can explain in the modern science how this worked, I'll leave my job. But are you ready? If I explain how that works, right? So that is one of the things that mainstream doctors need to know, is that we are limited. The whole body, we are all going to die. So don't want to have the ego. Let's be open to this. The other people who will not take is because of the modern information. Like everybody started to believe that whatever the doctors say, this is the right. Other things, there is no science other than that. So those people are closed, right? So, and the third category of people, they don't want health. They are not worried about health. So those are the people, they don't care. So that's a different story, right? So we have to address this. We have to integrated approach is the best. Right now, we need integrated approach. Even in the modern science, there are benefits in the modern science in many aspects. So with that, if we integrate, we can prevent overdosage of things, side effects, and many things. We can do miraculous things. So if you, that's the best approach. I think we should take, Dr. Renee.
Though you're in upstate New York, but you do have workshops in different cities.
Yeah. Yeah, I do workshop. I do physically go to, say I go to Virginia or, California, in, different places. So, or, in the New Jersey area. So I have different groups of people who regularly attend my and get training on these things. Or I, enter into a new region where they, people come and join. So this is happening on a physical level. Up to pandemic, this was very much, big time. Things were happening. After pandemic, there was a little drop down of people, nine. So that's where that I took that as an advantage to convert everything into online. Most of the things. No, I do workshops, physical workshops, but mostly now I do online. And online, I see there's a lot of people can get benefited. In the Singapore, there was a lady who she's helping. She's an helper, and one of my students, she couldn't. Her hand was swollen here, this part, right, and she couldn't move. Very painful. She could not work. So my one of my student, she got trained. She's also a very good. She's an health coach. She's also doing, she's a sports medicine person. Give training for that. She's a athlete. She's a what you call national Singapore national athlete, right? So she, her, helper, she got this sprain here, and then she was not able to move her hands. So what I did, I gave her, like, she came online and in WhatsApp she called me. She's struggling. What do you give? Can you give me some points? So I gave her some stimulating points. So it released the pain. She was like 60%. The pain went away right away. And then I told to do the same thing for the next day, morning, evening. And then I gave her like some patch, like to make some patch out and put it here. Next in 2 days, everything, she's normal. She's able to move. Everything, she was ready. What a modern medicine could not, answer. We have a solution from our ancient knowledge. So this is what I'm talking about, is like we need to have an integrated open mindedness for this kind of things to come into the modern science. And this is happening in the United States. This is happening now. They are accepting puncture kind of things, right? Now I'm giving as a health coach solutions, right, using the parents help and other things as a coaching solution. But in order to make this as a very therapeutic thing, we need all the license and everything, that need to be done according to, for people to use in a mainstream thing, right? So within certain license now, massage practitioners or those kind of things only, we are as health coach, and with all our all the malpractice insurance and all, we are able to give something like a minimal for them, right? But if they, this is a do it yourself thing. Like I tell you, these are the points, and then if it works, it works. It's just a pressure. What's the big deal?
Lastly, show us one good point that is good for everybody, whether they have pain or not.
Right. So the one good energizing points is self, this way of stimulating your own marma. So if you keep this and just keep it next to the heart chakras, right? This one is in the heart chakra, the thumb. And you can keep your hand like this and stay for just a few minutes. It'll completely energize you.
Or hold it for 1 minute or so.
Yeah, it'll balance the vata pitta kapha in our body, because you're stimulating, it's cycling these things. And also you're keeping to your heart chakra, it's a lavan kambash sadhaka pitta will increase in the body. So it'll really convert the pitta into, pitta is the most balancing part in our body. So it convert into good pitta instead of anger and other things. So that's the way it works, and it's a very good exercise for everyone to practice. Kind of thing. Whenever you're, very tired, you don't have any thing, you can just make this as a practice wherever you're traveling or doing anything, you can stimulate this, right? And you can use like Sujok ring kind of thing, these are Sujok rings, right? This is sold everywhere, this is very good because you stimulate all the marma points. Main marma points are there in our all the fingers. Just go bring it here, just do these stimulations every time. Yeah, like this. So it's very easy, right? And so yeah, you can use this kind of stimulation thing whenever you keep it. I will have one in the car. I'll have one in my table on my table, and then wherever go. So I can just stop. You have a car. There is a red signal. Then you keep doing this. You have all fingers. See fingers. All these fingers have open marma points. That's where we use acupressure, acupuncture. They all are marma points only.
Yeah.
Their matras are different. We can give heavy matras here. More than one matra and all you can give in the fingers. Not inside the body. If you give, they get damages inside the physical body. There we should not be giving hard marma points. In the, like foot reflexology is also marma only. On the leg, feet and hand, you can give a little bit of pressure. Higher pressure depending on the body type. The body type, very sensitive. Vata bodies are very, very sensitive body types, then stimulation should be lesser and other ways of doing things. So we have to take care. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Shan Lakshmanan, Vice Chancellor of the Multiverse Siddha Veda University and practicing Siddha medicine for 30 years now. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you for your, wonderful platform. Help people. I want to reach a million people at least, right? The whole world is good. As you said, it's bigger, but that's my target. At least million people by end of this, in end of next year. So that at least they get benefited. And I also wanted to give this to some train the trainers program, so they can train also and expand it. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr. Renee Mehra. Stay healthy, stay positive.